Hello guys, and welcome to another video on Studio Feebee. Now, as you probably guessed it, my name is Feebee and I run a small business from Manchester making clay things, illustration, greeting cards and lots of other little bits and bobs. I thought in today's video, I thought I would run through the tools and equipment that make this all possible. So I've got lots of favourites, lots of things to recommend. Let's get going. One thing that I definitely could not live without is my Apple iPad and my Apple Pencil. Now these two together are an absolute staple if you want to get into digital illustration. It's just the right size so I can take it anywhere with me. This pencil is so easy to use, and when you buy it, it comes with a special little adapter on there, so it just charges via that and it connects to the iPad with Bluetooth. So usually I don't have any problems connecting it, but sometimes it can be a little bit dodgy. I don't know what's going on with my words today. But it connects and then you can just use it like an ordinary pencil.
Procreate is a great tool for digital illustration and it's super easy to use. This is a little character design that I'm working on at the minute, and here is the brush library. So they have lots of different brushes that have different textures, and they have the colour swatch guide, and it's super cool to use. So here I am just using the pencil on the screen and it comes up with whatever brush or whatever colour and it goes straight onto the screen really easily. It can definitely take a lot of getting used to because obviously it's not natural to be drawing on a screen, but it's a really great way to erase things quickly, and I find it helps a lot when you're learning as well. So just like Photoshop and Illustrator, Procreate works in layers, and here the layer 1 is my original sketch layer, so you can turn the opacity down and then work over the top of that.
Now, the second material, and I honestly think this is literally the best thing to be invented. I rave about these all the time. They're a massive part of my practice, and it is the trusty Posca pen. These are honestly just amazing. They draw on any material, they don't smudge, they're super long lasting. I can't recommend them enough. I generally use the 1.8 to 2.5 millimeter Posca pens. These are actually quite thick, but I like it because I use them a lot on my coasters. So you can also buy the finer ones if you like adding a lot more detail to things. And I'm pretty sure you can buy these in Hobbycraft for I probably would say they're quite expensive. So I think for a single one it's £3, but then you can get a lot of offers where they're in like packs of 12 or packs of 6. So I've got a full little drawer of them here because I've just honestly over the years I've just collected them. So I'll show you a thinner one. So this is a 0.9 to 1.3 millimeter, so you can see that is a little bit smaller, but usually I like the pastel range with the nice purples and the pinks. Let me find a pink. I love the shades. Matches my cardigan actually.
So I thought I would do a few little doodles just to show the ease of the ink that comes out, and you always give the pen a little bit of a shake if it goes a bit dry. And yeah, they're super easy to use. I absolutely love Posca pens. And of course, I can't think of anything to draw, so I do a smiley face.
Now, this next material is the absolute backbone of my business, and you can probably guess what it is, but it is the Hobbycraft White Air Drying Clay. Now, I'm pretty sure you can buy 1 kilogram of this for £4. It used to be 3, but we raised it by £1. Cosy living crisis and all that. But this honestly is super accessible. I would recommend, if you want to start using this, that you buy the basic clay modelling kit, which is, I've got the wooden tools here, so that just helps you mould the clay and smooth it out a little bit easier. But if you prefer to do it freehand, just go for that. It depends what kind of thing that you're after. Obviously mine are completely used and covered in hard clay. I would recommend washing them after because that's something I've not done, and then all the clay's hardened on it and it kind of goes a bit crusty and gross to use. And also if you're looking to get a really defined edge like my coasters that I do, I definitely recommend getting a cutter instead of doing it freehand, because you won't get that consistency if you're doing it by hand. So it all depends what kind of thing that you're after, but yeah, air dry clay, I go through absolutely tons of this stuff. I'm at a Hobbycraft at least like once, twice a week buying up their stock of clay. So they probably love me as a customer. But thanks Hobbycraft for supplying all of my clay supplies. And last but not least is the materials that I use once my clay is dried, and that is the Hobbycraft acrylic paints, and I use Liquitex gloss varnish. Now this stuff is really good. I'm actually due to get a restock of this actually, because this gives such a nice shine. So you just apply it with a wet paintbrush and it dries fairly quickly actually, and I usually do 2 coats and it gives a really glossy shine, and it just makes that product look a lot more professional. These paints come in 75 millilitres and they've got a lot of different shades as well, so they are also really versatile, and I find the consistency quite good to work with too. It's got a lot of coverage, so you get quite a lot out of the bottle, and I have quite a few of these. It's quite new actually to I used to use the Daler and Rowney paints, I'm pretty sure. So some of you might also be thinking, because I film YouTube videos, that I've got some sort of fancy camera or a big tripod or a massive lighting system. I really don't, because for me this is quite new as well. So I just use a standard iPhone, a small little tripod that you can get from Amazon, and for my lighting I'm just sat by a big window. And that usually does the trick, I think. I mean, it's pretty rainy day today, but I think the lighting's alright, she says. So of course I probably use a lot more equipment, like, you know, your traditional maybe coloured pencils, my sketchbook, my pens and pencils, but those are the bulk of the main ones that I use every single day. So my clay, my iPad, my Apple Pencil, because when you're a small business just starting out, you will find that you've not got the most money or the most amount of resources, so you've just got to use what you've got. And at this stage all you need to do is just start. So it doesn't matter if you've not got the fanciest equipment, because so long as you're still making that content, you are getting there, and you will find that the more successful and the more followers and the more traction that you get, you'll end up maybe gaining a little bit of financial success from that, and then that can go back into your business, and then you can get more equipment, and it's kind of just that cycle really. And on that point about slowly upgrading the things that you use as time goes on in your business, I've actually got something new here that I was gifted by a family member for my birthday, and it's a photography light box. So I've not actually opened this and started using it yet, but I'm really excited to test it out, and I think this will really elevate my product photography and the lighting behind it, because that is something that I actually really struggle with. So usually I'll take photos amongst this window where I'm filming, but sometimes you'll find that they just don't look the most professional, and then it kind of has a knock-on effect on your website and things. So I am going to do a video testing this out and giving it a little review. So subscribe, like and comment if you would like to see that, and we'll get testing this. Thank you so much for watching and supporting this channel. If you like this, give it a big thumbs up and comment down below the main products that you use. I feel like I have just raved about Posca pens in this and my iPad, but if you've got any others that really stand out for you, comment down below and I'd be really interested to hear that. Keep an eye out on this channel, and I am soon to do some air dry clay tutorials teaching you how to make coasters and fun little things from home, no kiln necessary. And that's a wrap. See you later guys, I'm off.